You're watching SNN, the Suncoast News Network, your local news leader.
All right, welcome back into the SNN Evening Edition. Again, I'm Eric Wilson, filling in for Don Brennan. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And speaking of St. Patrick's Day and its tradition, President Biden welcomes the Prime Minister of Ireland to the White House today. The visit from a friendly foreign leader underscores the many foreign policy challenges the president and the world face, including the war in Ukraine and rising tensions with Russia and China. NBC's Alice Barr reports from Washington.
Grandparents' house.
President Biden hosting the Prime Minister of Ireland today, a traditional St. Patrick's Day visit with a new focus on both countries' support for Ukraine.
We're standing together on Ukraine. It means a great deal. Speaking out against Russia's brutal aggression.
It comes as the International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for Russian President Vladimir Putin, holding him directly responsible for war crimes in Ukraine. The court accusing Putin of overseeing the unlawful abduction and deportation of children from Ukraine to Russia.
This deportation of these children, thousands of children, some estimates tens of thousands, really carries echoes of the Nazi war crimes. And the documentation of this, the detail, is very elaborate.
The mechanics of the court make it unlikely Putin will actually be arrested.
But in his obituary, he will be listed as an indicted war criminal.
The move ratchets up the pressure on China as President Xi Jinping prepares to meet with Putin next week in Russia. The two countries strengthening ties even as China tries to cast itself as a neutral party to broker peace talks with Ukraine.
It would definitely be a slanted playing field.
Calls for political peace on Capitol Hill today as President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy continued the St. Patrick's Day traditions with promises of bipartisanship.
But our goals can be the same, that we put this country first.
There's no reason why we can't find common ground.
A day of alliances to tackle looming challenges, both foreign and domestic. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
That was Alice Barr. Thank you, Alice. Now, to many, age is just a number. Sam Red introduces us to best friends who don't let their age difference interfere with the fun they have together.
At the Tamarisk Assisted Living Center, tucked away in Warwick, 100-year-old Florence Katz is eager for the arrival.
And I tell all my friends I have a date.
Of 6-year-old Marcel Gineste.
I love games, and we usually play games when I come here.
I want to win, and I don't win usually.
We're learning how to do this.
He beats me.
Ooh. Marcel has been visiting for day dates.
I get very happy.
The pair met many months ago since his mom works here, and the two became fast friends.
Right after that, Florence asked if we could come back, and so we started to make regular trips to play all sorts of games, and a really sweet friendship has developed.
We had such a good time that his mother brought him again, and again, and again.
Whether they're using their hands or their heads, whatever they tackle on the table is a win-win for both of them. There's some friendly competition between the two, along with balance and bonding, a lot of love and laughs.
I'm not doing well.
And only a 94-year age difference.
The sweetness that you experience when you have a friendship with somebody of a different generation is really lovely.
In fact, Florence is the oldest living person at her assisted living home. And recently, Marcel did some digging and told her there is a competition she could win. She could break a worldwide record and win the game of life.
20 more years, you're going to be the oldest person ever?
Florence says having a visitor and someone to count on has been heartwarming, especially since things were so lonely during the pandemic.
I didn't have any relationship with anybody at that time.
She says she's already won, as she's found the missing piece to her puzzle.
I'm very happy that he's my friend. In all the years I've lived, he's one of my best friends.
Wow, that's just a touching story. Now, coming up on the Evening Edition, Chief Meteorologist Justin Mosley with your complete Weather Authority forecast. Stay tuned.